Hello guys. So I was looking for a shop some time ago in Guarimpa for a client and I found a place, a good space. At first I was wondering why such a shop in a very nice location would be still vacant, and I proceeded to ask the management how much the rent was. I indicated my interest, told them I had a client that was interested in renting rather the shop, and asked them how much it was going for. And to my greatest surprise, the man said the shop was going for 55 million naira each. I kid you not, 55 million naira. This shop is about 60 to 70 square meters. Yeah, it's the ground floor. Yeah, it's in a very good location, but 55 million naira. I wondered why this would happen. I spoke to the man for a while. I was thinking it was a joke at first, but I spoke to the man for a while. I discovered that this man was not even willing to budge. He told me he was going to give me a discount of 2 million. That is 53 million. That was like, he was feeling so generous. And that prompted me to decide to talk about this particular topic. So, landlords, my fellow property managers and realtors, what are the factors you must consider before putting your rent in a property or in your property? Hi guys, my name is Nonso Namani and this is Real Talk. So let's get down to it. These are the factors you need to consider before you put in your rent. So, number one factor you need to consider is the neighborhood that you're putting the structure inside. Yeah, the location. It is very important that you do that. What is the capacity of the people in that area? How much are they willing to pay? How much is going to fly in that particular area? You don't take the price point of Maitama and put in Kubwa, or take the price point of Garki and put in Asokoro. Do you understand? So you have to factor in, check the area that you're putting in this property. A commercial building in a medium class area or even a low income area, and then expect heavy rent. I've seen a lot of people make these mistakes before. You come to a place that people, do, a very basic building that is going to fetch them the normal rent that they expect them to fetch, and then you put up a very expensive structure and hike the rent, and nobody comes there because everybody feels it's out of their league. You need to consider the area that you're putting it into. This would even guide you. This would guide you in the amount you're going to put in. So if you're willing to put in an elevator in somewhere that you know that these people are not going to pay for the service charges, you save the money for the elevator. If you're going to put in Turkish doors and Turkish tiles, and you know that these people are not going to pay for these Turkish tiles and these Turkish doors, why not change it for a normal door that is also very beautiful but not that expensive? These are the things that will even guide you in managing your funds and not spending too much money. And if you don't spend too much money, you'll not be expecting the billions of naira immediately you finish the rent, you finish building the house. And if you're not expecting that amount, you spread out your rent accordingly. Number two, you have to factor in the use of the property. Now, let me explain. You don't come to a market and put up an office space, maybe a high-rise building of office complex. You put it out, say 50 square meters for office space for rent. Nobody's going to answer you, except maybe one or two banks that will take 2 or 2 floors. What is predominantly required in the market? Shops. Hate it or love it, shops. This dog is killing me. No matter how you make your shop, your office space, beautiful or architecturally outstanding, people need shops, and they need to get shops. The best you can get is somebody breaking up your office space and using it to do warehouse. The same applies to you going to a highly residential area, a very secluded residential area, and building up a plaza for shops. Nobody needs shops there. They need accommodation. They need a place to sleep. They need a very, very good apartment. You need to factor in the use. And if you don't factor in the use, whatever rent that you're going to be looking for may seem like it's far-fetched because people don't really need it in that area. Number 3, you must compare the passing rent in that area. There are similar properties in that area. There should be similar properties in that area, obviously. There should be shops, there should be office spaces. You can use these different already existing buildings as a parameter to guide you for your own rent. Let's say property A is having the rent for 5 million naira for say 60 square meters or 70 square meters, and your own property is just almost the same in terms of space sizes and all that. You can use it as a guideline, maybe add a little bit to your own rent because obviously you just built your own new and all that. So you must check the passing rent. If you don't check the passing rent, sometimes you may not be guided properly and you now overprice your own. And statistics show that most times an overpriced building stays long in the market, and eventually you'll be forced to bring it down. And you might think, okay, fine, that's it's just maybe 1 year or 2 years that have been, that the property has been vacant. But 2 years or 1 year or any time that the property is not being used is already a loss on you. You should be able to, use the passing rent in the area to guide you to put your own rent so that it will conform with what is going on in that particular area. So finally, the last and obviously not the least, number 4, do not listen to stories. Do not listen to stories. Do not listen to your brother. Do not listen to your sister. Do not listen to whoever that will tell you that, oh, you can make this so amount of money in this particular place because your building is so fantastic, and you forget to factor in number 1, 2, 3, and then just listen to them and end up hanging your property in the market for so long without anybody taking the place. Don't listen to them telling you that this property is going to go for 5 million, this property is going to go for 20 million, this property is going to go for 60 million, without making the proper research and investigation and due diligence about everything that you need to do to make sure that whatever they are saying is confirming to what is available or obtainable in the market. So you need to forget about what anybody's telling you. I know most of us realtors, agents have issues with that. You try to satisfy your clients and fetch your client the highest or the highest rent possible, but sometimes those things don't fly. You need to make sure that everything that you're proposing is something that is actually obtainable and something that is very realistic. So forget about stories, make your due research. Check number 1, consider the area, factor in the use, check the passing rent, and fix your rent. Forget about stories. So guys, there you have it. Thank you so much for making it to the end of this video, and as always, please like, share and subscribe. There's a button down below. Please help us out. Just keep liking, keep sharing, and also subscribe, please. Thank you very much.